Okay guys, so I'm going to talk about chemtrails today. So, you all can look up what chemtrails are, and there are several theories, but the main theory is that there are chemicals that are being sprayed over the population, and most of the theories revolve around the purpose of them, people poisoning of people. Other people think that it is to cover up the sun. So the chemicals that are used there usually are barium and strontium. They allegedly say some call it V, so it's virus-like structure. And you know that MI6 invented this VX poison, which is basically based on organophosphates. And then there was some maintenance worker at the airport who leaked information how they are doing it, how they installing those things on the airplanes. And there was also some military man saying that it was necessary for a radar. Those things that they're spraying in the air were necessary for some new radar system that they have. So, and some said that they were able to collect some spiderweb looking things, and when they brought them to independent lab, people in the lab got sick, and the person over whose house they were sprayed got sick. Anyways, now I'm going to tell you my theory why this thing is being placed in the sky. So I think it's for the aircraft, and I think it's for the what is called a stealth aircraft. This could be the stealth aircraft that they already have or are experimenting with, or this could be for alien or other dimensional aircraft. So one thing you should know about aliens, even if they exist, this is if they do exist, is that they are invisible. If they want to be invisible, they would be invisible. This is the whole ship can be invisible, and also the crew can be invisible. So if there is a person, alien, inside the ship, they can also become invisible to you, or the whole ship can become invisible. So they do. So if you now you need to understand how they fly. Now look at the bee. The bee is not supposed to fly with such small wings. So how they fly is very important, is that they create certain vibration. So you see the bee is humming. So that's how they fly. So those aircraft, those alien aircraft, they fly with infrasound. It's very important to understand this. I made videos about this. So this is the reason why primarily the animals that work with this, who have sonar on their noses or on their heads, like dolphins, whales, why they beach to the shore. And nowadays many even fishes go crazy. So now I don't know why they are using why they are doing this volcano activation, why all this is happening. It looks like to me that they are either going to have war. So if there are evil aliens, like interdimensional beings like reptiles that allegedly have hybrids that now are in the shadow government that rules the world in every position of power in the world. So they created those so-called people, quote unquote, that they can possess. So like I said to you, they use such animals as frogs, eggs, because they are closer to them in species. So they, for example, they use frogs' eggs to activate male sperm when they freeze it and unfreeze it. So they actually use this so that a person would be mixed somewhat with this frog, so that they would be able to possess them. Anyways, this is what I wanted to say. So if they have to do all this chemtrailing, and they are doing this with all these chemicals, so these chemicals are necessary to them to create certain environment. So the government does chemtrailing. This is, have no doubt about it. This shadow government or government, it's for me the same. They are the ones who are doing this chemtrailing. So the point what I'm trying to say is that the alien ships, if they are now here, and there are reasons to believe that they have arrived, and they are basically everywhere, so they are invisible, and it looks like they are getting ready for the war. So if there are bad aliens, there must be good aliens as well. So that means that the good aliens arrived. So they are going to destroy all the reptiles. That's what they're going to do. They are either going to destroy all the reptiles, or they are going to destroy Earth or parts of the Earth, big chunks of the Earth. So for that, so they arrived for a certain reason, is that they are getting ready for this war, and they want to take some of the population, some of people on ships with them. So that's why they basically are up in the sky above us right now. So maybe they think that people are going to start this nuclear war or something. So they are getting ready either to prevent nuclear war, or they want to take certain people with them, and this has to be lots of people that they want to take with them. So, and animals. So I think that those who are in the government, they need these chemtrails in order to, at least on their equipment, at least on their radar, they want to detect, they want to be able to detect the alien spacecraft. Like for us, it can still remain invisible, but for them, on their monitors or whatever they use, with the help of those chemicals, they can at least detect where the alien aircraft is. This is how I see it. So I don't think that they have a purpose, the government, whoever does the chemtrail, to infect or to poison people. They do poisoning through pesticides, through poisoning water already. They do it through vaccines, in my opinion. So our lives are much shorter due to various reasons, and they don't need this extra air spraying for that. So I wanted to make this point clear, that this whole thing is about infrasound, and I, in my mind, have no doubt about this being about infrasound. So, for example, water. If we take ocean, for example, ocean is a different kind of environment in the way that the sound spreads in the water in a different way than it is in the air. So they need to make the air, at least certain parts of it, they need to make the air the same way suitable for themselves. So this is what I have as an opinion about chemtrails. So if we talk about all this technology and infrasound, it's very important to understand that your organs, and your organs are your heart, your brain, your kidneys, your blood, your liver, they all work, and your skin, they all work with, they emit certain frequency, like your heart beats, and you have a pulse, and this is pulsation. So you need to understand that they work with frequency, they work with wave. So each time you're gonna deal with this infrasound, your organs are going to respond. So this internal work of organs is very prone to breakage when it's under influence of these infrasounds. So this is kind of reality we live in now. So you have to understand how these things work, and don't believe the things that they feed you. Within these conspiracy theories, you have to have your own head, you have to have your own thoughts. They must differ from each other. You just look what you see and listen to your inner voice, listen to your own intuition. Don't just accept to somebody who quote unquote did the research. No, don't do that. Just look for yourself and analyze. For me, I have no doubt in my mind that it is about infrasound. I think it's about aliens, but it can be different. But the infrasound part is that I have no doubt in my mind about that. I mean, there could be different motive, like the infrasound thing that they do. They try to damage people who are psychics, for example, who can change the world, who can do the world good, who vibrate with a high frequency. So maybe this some kind of a weapon that is just for them, but something tells me that it's all about aliens, and it's all about them being invisible, and this is what everyone should be prepared for. And I don't think, when it comes to this project Blue Beam or something like that, I think it's just something they released, some deceptions that they released, and I don't think that it's really the truth.